Mom.
Hey, Mac.
Happy Mother's Day episode, Mom.
Oh, thanks.
So we thought we would mix up the format a little bit, dear sweet listeners. And I have had my mom craft a top 10 list a la Hey Mom blog, which, of course, has known far and wide for its top 10 lists.
True.
I was doing top 10 lists on that blog before BuzzFeed, and I just need everyone to know that. So I've asked you to do a top 10 list of small, nice things.
Right. That made me happy.
Mm-hmm. So I would like to go through that list, and I think we decided on a game where I try and guess what's on your list.
Yeah, you can guess. You can try and guess.
Okay. Did you put babies on the list?
Yes.
So babies was the example I used when I pitched this idea.
Well, to be fair, I did put it on the list, but then I made the list 11 because we had talked about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Babies are on the list because I love babies. I love human babies. I love puppies and kittens. And I just think they're just so cute and innocent. And, you know, the world is so big to them. And I just like to see the world through their eyes. So, yes, babies.
So one time when we were at a funeral, my mom waved both arms over her head to wave me over, and she was mouthing and whispering because she's not a loud person. She was whispering, "There's a baby! There's a baby!" And so I go over there to make her stop waving her arms over her head like she's trying to get an SOS plane to stop. And I go over there only to discover not only is there a baby, true, it is my, at the time, physiotherapist baby. It was a surprise to see him at the funeral, but also a surprise to have to then be like, so this is my mom.
The crazy lady waving her hands over the baby.
But yeah, she does love babies.
Like, I do love babies, and I feel like they're such little miracles. And it is even when I get a chance to go visit like a fairly newborn baby, I have to warn the people that I'm visiting that I'm gonna cry. Because as soon as I start holding a newborn baby, I just look at how miraculous they are and just how beautiful they are. And I literally cannot stop the tears from coming. I just start crying every time.
Mom, you are the most precious thing on this earth. I love you so much.
Automatically, like I just literally just start bawling.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
precious.
Okay.
Are you crying right now?
No,
Okay.
I'm close, but I'm going to go on to the next.
Clean sheets. Are clean sheets on there?
Yes.
Yes.
Clean sheet day. I love clean sheet day. It's my favorite day of the week. I love clean sheets.
It is not uncommon for my mom to send me a text message just letting me know that she has washed her sheets and she's about to embark on clean sheet day. Clean sheets are self-care.
Anybody that really knows me knows that, yeah, it is my self-care. Anybody that knows me knows I love clean sheets.
Oh yeah, Mom will put 2 dryer sheets in with her bedding to make sure her clean sheets are extra downy fresh.
Yes, this is true.
Okay. Babies, clean sheets. Okay,
I'll give you a hint to one.
Okay.
Candy.
Hot tamales.
Yes. Send me a box of hot tamales. I'll eat them all.
Yes. And you can't find hot tamales where you're living currently. So last time I had to mail you something, I mailed her like 4 boxes of hot tamales, I think.
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 boxes.
And how many of those boxes did you share?
Well, I was courteous about sharing them, but I was glad when they declined.
Oh, okay. So you did try to share.
Yeah, I did try to share, but it was okay with me that they didn't want it. And it could be that person didn't want it because they knew how much I love them.
Okay, hot tamales, a clean bathroom.
That's not on my list, but I do like a clean bathroom.
Okay. Potato soup from Tony Roma's.
I do love that too, but it's not on my list.
Okay, give me another hint.
Okay, my favorite movie.
Your favorite movie is Cinderella.
It is a Cinderella story.
Oh, Ever After.
Yes.
That's the one where Drew Barrymore picks the prince up, right?
Yeah. Picks her up and carries him. It's my favorite.
Hilarious.
I've always really loved it. Yes. So, and then the next one is like my favorite other thing that I've been to like 3 or 4 times now.
Oh, that you've been to? You love Broadway, Wicked.
Yes. I love Broadway musicals, and probably Wicked is probably my favorite one. Although I have never been to Hamilton, but I really do enjoy watching Hamilton and listening to the soundtrack.
Hamilton is just a little bit too sad for me to fully enjoy.
Okay.
I love it. I think the people involved are very talented. The storyline is compelling. I really love that his best friend and his son later on are played by the same actor. I think that's genius, but it is just, I have to be in the right mood. I feel like I wish I could separate myself and just watch it again for the technical things like the set design and stuff like that, because I think I could really enjoy that, but it's just so sad.
I get something new from it every time I watch it because there's so much to see and there's so much to miss when you're watching it. So I can watch it often.
Quick, what's your favorite song off the Wicked soundtrack?
Oh, probably Gravity.
I figured you would either go with Gravity or Popular.
Yes, yeah.
I like No Good Deed Goes Unpunished. True.
Oh, yes, you do. Yeah. I think Dad liked that one too.
I like when she does that really long Fierro voice run. I always try and do it in the car, and everyone usually gets mad at me if they're in earshot, but I love it. Okay, so Wicked, Hot Tamales, Clean Sheets, Babies. Oh, Chips and Dip.
I do like Chips and Dip, but it's not on my list.
Okay. When they do your Starbucks drink exactly to 190 degrees. Is that on there?
Oh, yes. Well, it's not on there, but coffee is on my list. So I would say that is a score because yes, I like my coffee hot. And so I like it at 190 degrees. But I have a story to tell because they ran out of the vanilla that they put in the coffee that I like, and they switched it and put caramel in it. Mm-hmm. And so a couple times I was like, my coffee just doesn't taste right. It tastes off. So the third time I go through and I'm like, I order my coffee that I always get. And I asked them, I'm like, so are you guys doing any, I actually asked if they had new people and thinking that maybe they didn't know that putting my coffee together wrong. I was like, I don't know what it is, but my coffee is just really off. And the guy says, yeah, that's because we're out of the vanilla that we normally put in it. So we substituted caramel for it.
Mom, I would never have the confidence to do something like that. I would never take a sip of my coffee, even if they just put a potato in a coffee cup and they handed it to me and they're like, this is what a caramel macchiato is now. I would never have the confidence to go back and be like, I don't think you did this right, let alone be like, something is wrong about this coffee. I can't quite figure it out. Like, congrats to you and your palate.
Someone has failed somewhere.
Well, and knowing you were probably the gentlest and sweetest about it. You were like...
trying to be, but...
yeah. You're painting yourself as a bit of a Karen in this situation, Mom, but to be honest, it's... I know that you probably went about it as delicately as you could.
I did. I did go about it delicately. It's true. But anyways, just that's how much I really love my coffee, and I was very... passionate that it was a little bit not correct.
For sure. Do you know what a Karen is, Mom?
I don't.
Okay, so a Karen is when you're referring to someone who's like, can I speak with your manager? And they're complaining about something stupid or something that the employee has no control over.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, so it'd be like if you walked into a Starbucks and you're like, I'm allergic to the color green. You need to take down everything that's green in this restaurant. And then when they're like, we can't do that, you would go, can I speak with your manager? Or like a lot of the people who don't want to wear masks in public places, even though it's mandated, and that's the only way those stores can stay open is if people wear masks. The people who complain, those are Karens.
Okay. Yes. No, I was very kind about it. I was like, just wondering.
Yeah, you were. I know. One time I saw my mom ordered minestrone and she didn't like it. And the waitress was like, oh, I'm sorry you didn't like it. Do you want me to get you different soup? And you were like, oh, no. And then she's like, oh, it's okay. Like, I'll just dump it. I won't put it on your bill. And my mom started crying. Because she just felt so bad that she made the waitress feel bad about not liking the soup.
Well, she didn't make the soup, so it wasn't.
Okay. So I feel like, I feel like the stuff that I was really sure was going to be on your list is not on your list. Let me think. You really like going for drives.
Yes, I do. It's not on my list.
Oh, man. I think one of my favorite things we ever did together is we went up to Waterton. I think it's a national park, and we just drove up and just stopped different places as we were driving up this like windy road. That's probably one of my favorite things that we did.
Yeah. No, I really did enjoy it. That's probably one of my favorite, like, just you and me trips that we've done.
For sure. It was awesome. Okay, give me a hint for what else is on your list.
I tell you often, like last time I said something to you, I was like, have I told you lately how much I love this?
Oh, yeah, your treadmill. How could I forget? You tell me every day how much you love your treadmill.
I do. I love my treadmill. I love 10 miles of my treadmill every day.
It's small and it's cute and it folds up real nice.
Yes. I'll put a picture on the internet.
Okay. Yes, I'm very happy that you love your treadmill, Mom.
Okay. So another thing is something that we both share a love for.
We both share a love for.
And probably you've taught me most.
Oh, Excel sheets, spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets.
I do love spreadsheets.
Yeah, I do too. But I got my love of spreadsheets from Mackenzie because she so patiently would show me how to do things.
There were some times where she would be like, I wrecked it. I wrecked the whole thing. And I'd log on and I'd be like, Mom, what did you do on here? How did you get it like this? She'd be like, I'm so sorry. I just wrecked it. I'd be like, no, you just like, I just got to copy paste some stuff in or okay. But by the end, Mom, for someone who had really no experience with spreadsheets, you were doing everything I was doing.
Well, I did learn, but But yeah. I do love spreadsheets.
I use them for everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Budgeting, projects. I use them when I'm doing writing. I wrote a few arcs of an RPG game called Monster of the Week. And so I use that for a lot of my planning and stuff and making maps in it. And yeah, I love me some spreadsheets.
Yeah, so me too.
Spreadsheets, coffee. You like the ocean.
I just have really two more things. I do love the ocean. I live by the ocean. I can see the ocean from the house. Mm-hmm. But it's not on my list.
Oh, man.
And they're sort of chore related.
Chore related.
And one thing is that I've just started doing since the pandemic.
That's chore related?
I think actually you call it a chore too because you ain't doing it too.
Cooking?
Close.
Taking out the garbage.
No.
Doing dishes.
No. But think cooking. What do you need for cooking?
Oh, grocery shopping. I hate grocery shopping. So picking up your online grocery order.
Yes.
Yeah, I should have known that one.
And I just drive up. I'm here. They put it in my trunk and I go.
Yeah, I love that too. It took, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, I had so much anxiety about it because it was the one, like, I don't want to get the podcast too sad, but it was like you're walking down an aisle and someone's walking towards you and they're walking the wrong way, or they have people in every aisle stocking shelves so you can't socially distance properly and stuff like that. And that just gave me so much anxiety where it wasn't worth going into the store for me. And so, yeah, being able to pick up my groceries has been so wonderful. Like, essential workers who are working in grocery stores right now, like, I don't know how you guys do it, and I think the world of you. You guys are fantastic people, and thank you
exactly. Yeah, hats off, because even when the pandemic's over, I won't be going to the grocery store anymore.
Yeah, I do. I hated it before the pandemic. Now I just extra hate it. Okay.
So you one more thing, and this is like,
it's either your microgreens or your meal kit.
Oh, I do like both of those things, but this not that.
Oh, and it's chore related?
Remember I had to pay you to let me do this once?
Oh, Mom. The short answer is Mom likes throwing out other people's stuff.
Yes, I like throwing out all things. Like, if I don't need it, it's gone. It either goes to donation or it goes in the garbage.
Even if she does need it, sometimes she gets rid of it.
Well, I basically, since I've been married, and I've been married for a number of years,
32.
32 or 33. If we haven't used something in the year, we get rid of it. So if something is sat in my closet for a year, let's be honest, I'm rarely going to pull it out again and wear it.
Okay, but also, some of you are sitting at home thinking like, wow, what a great approach to keeping life simple. And I agree for the most part. However, I do recall being woken up from the bed I was sleeping on because you had sold the bed while I was sleeping on it.
Well, it was up for sale and they were coming to get it. Okay, but when I move and I want to get rid of stuff, I don't wait for the last minute to sell it, is what it is. So,
Yeah,
I don't want to wait till the last week of being somewhere and then sell it.
So the other time, my mom was trying to sell a kitchen table and someone came in the house and they were like, well, what about this table? And she was like, well, I'm not selling that table, but I guess if you want to buy it. And then I get home and the desk has been taken out of my room and is now serving as a kitchen table because instead of selling one table and using the other table, which was the original plan, she was like, well, you know, after Mac moves out, we're not going to need this table anyway. So I'll just sell both of them.
Well, the other one was really big and cumbersome to put together. So that's probably why we opted for the desk. But you're right. Well, Dad probably didn't want to put the table together either. The other one was huge.
Yeah, he probably didn't want you selling the only desk repurposing the only desk in the house either, though, Mom.
Yes. Okay.
In any case.
Fair.
So, but she does.
I love to throw things out.
She'll be like, I will give you $20 to let me just clean out your closet. But the rule is I get to decide what we throw out.
Yeah. Yes, it's true.
And you can fight against that rule, but the rule is what the rule is.
Well, at the very least, I'll make you think about whether you want to keep it real bad or not.
Yeah.
Like, is this something I want to argue about keeping right now?
So one time I had two of the same shirt, like exactly the same shirt, but one was a medium and one was a large. And my mom is like, no, you can keep one or the other. You don't need it. You don't need both. So spitefully, I kept the large, which I still have. And yeah, I do. That red long sleeve shirt. Because the reason why I had two is I got one for Dad and one for me, so we could be matchy match. And then you guys were paring down your stuff to proceed with your minimalist lifestyle. And so he couldn't keep it. So I was like, well, I'll take it. It's a comfy shirt. So then I had two of them, and I still have the large one, and I still wear it occasionally. But after I picked it, I was like, I should have gone with the medium. The medium fits me so well, but I was just being me, I guess.
But yes, I love to pare down. I love to.
Mm-hmm. She was throwing stuff out because it sparked joy for a long time, and it's not because it no longer sparked joy that she threw it out. It was because it sparked joy to throw it out.
So that's my list.
That's all of it? Well, Mom, I hope you get to do all those things on Mother's Day. I hope you get to drink a coffee, have clean sheets, have some...
Oh, I did miss something on the list. I had fresh cut flowers on there.
Oh, yeah, you do love you some fresh cut flowers. Gerber daisies.
Yes, those are my favorite. I love those. They're my favorite. Mm-hmm. But if I could have fresh cut flowers like every couple weeks or even every week, I would. That's my list. So I'd love to hear what your guys' list is.
Yeah, what are your guys' top 10 small nice things that you love? Is it babies? Is it clean sheets?
I think for me, like being a mom, it's about the million little things that make me smile.
Well, I think especially as we get older, since we are all kind of doing a more minimalist thing, especially when it comes to gift giving and stuff like that. I know I always try to think of these small things. Like a couple years ago, you were talking about how expensive Downy sheets were where you are. So I mailed you a box of Downy sheets because even though that's not a permanent thing, you don't really need very many permanent things, right? So I do think it is the little stuff where it's like, how can I make this person's day just a little bit better?
Yeah. And I think that's my love language though, too. I tend to, want to listen to what people need and then see if I can, it's not necessarily something that they need, but just if all of a sudden I think they're just feeling kind of blue, then I'll,
Mail them a box of chapstick.
yeah, or groceries, or, I think that it might come across as I want to solve problems, but it's just that I just want to be helpful. I just want to give you something that is different for that day.
Yeah, and you are very good at that. You're very good at anticipating things that I think people don't even know that they would need or want. Like, even with the blog, you were like, you got to start a blog. I totally think you could do that. And I'm like, Mom, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. And I, like, fought you on it for a long time, and I finally did it, and it was something I loved so much and continue to love doing. Or, like, I tweeted about putting a brand new chapstick through the washing machine, and I was devastated. And I was like, oh, I'm such a bad person. Like, I'm such a dumb adult. I can't even keep my chapstick straight. And then my mom mailed me a box of, like, 10 things of chapstick so that I wouldn't feel bad if I put one in the wash. And I actually haven't put one in the wash since, so I've been taking real good care of them. But yeah, it is just such a nice thing. Like, I have a chapstick in my car and on my nightstand in my bathroom, and it's just nice. It makes my day a little bit better that right before I go to bed, I get to put on some nice name brand chapstick. It's just a good nice thing. And I hope, Mom, on Mother's Day you get all the good nice things.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be a lovely day. And I hope that all the moms out there, all the women out there, really just have a great Mother's Day, enjoying all the little things.
That seems like a great place to end it, Mom.
Yep.
You can find all our content at heymomheymack.com. We're on social media at Hey Mom, Hey Mack as well.
And that's Mom with an O.
And Mac with a CK.
Bye, Mac.
Bye, Mom.